Hi, I'm here to talk about Rand Paul and the Second Amendment. In one of the articles that he wrote about the Second Amendment on his website, he talks about how there are many people in Congress who give lip service about how they agree with the Second Amendment, but then in turn vote to restrict gun ownership once they begin serving in public office. Um, and throughout the whole article, Rand Paul is basically saying that he's agreeing with the Second Amendment and thinks that everyone should have equal right to own guns. He feels as if you start making guns hard to acquire, that people who who really want them for negative purposes will get them anyway, and then good people who need to actually defend themselves from the bad people won't have them at all, and that just doesn't help. So in the first part of his 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 event, he talks about how there's just people in Washington who give lip service, and he's just kind of bad mouthing all these people in Washington. He doesn't specifically say who, so that makes the readers think that like he's just talking about everybody. In the second part of it, he goes on to talk about how politicians, again, give lip service, and that we need to send people in who understand the entire Bill of Rights, not just one part of it, and people who actually follow through. Um, Even though he doesn't even say anything about himself or any negative thing that could happen from gun control or anything like that. But in the third part, he starts talking about a completely different thing altogether. He starts talking about listening devices and information to prosecute you, and to like all these things, the right to search your homes, and like plant listening devices. It's just he starts talking craziness, all in an effort to incite the reader, who is us, that dang, we really do need to change this. This isn't working right now, and he does a good job at that, I think. Then in the fourth little blurb of it, he talks about how the gun advocates need to know that the Second Amendment is only as good as the Fourth Amendment. So now he's talking about a completely different amendment now. It's not just the Second Amendment, he's bringing in the Fourth Amendment. So throughout his entire essay, throughout his entire little blurb, he's basically just bad mouthing everyone in Congress and saying that they do all these things. So you should really look at me and people who are on our side, which is the Republican side, to vote and put them into office, because they will actually uphold the the Constitution.